Ooh, we are live, baby. Had kind of a crazy couple weeks. No big deal. House flooded twice. Got the worst strep throat I've ever experienced in my life. We launched a new app, TikTok, today. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Anyway, got some fun stuff planned. We are, and if you're in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. I got this like music running in the background, but I don't really know how good the levels are. Maybe I'll turn it up a little bit more. We got July product updates to look at. And me and Jonathan, who is the product specialist here at Hapily, we were spending some time in the lab. We built a HubSpot demo portal that sustains itself automatically. It's almost as if it has AI running in the workflows inside of it. We'll get to that a little bit later in the show, but I just want to make sure everything is working. I'm gonna check my audio real quick on YouTube. My audio real quick on YouTube. All right, that's working. We're gonna check it on LinkedIn really quick. Guys, if you're watching, go ahead and throw something in the chat just so I can make sure the restream chat's working. Just tell me where you're watching from. And also, these lives, the whole point of these is to come on here and answer any questions people have about HubSpot or inbound. If you have no idea who the heck I am, my name is Max. I am the chief evangelist over at a company called Hapily. Hapily builds apps on HubSpot. That's what we do. That's all we do. We work with HubSpot partners. We work with direct customers, but we build apps on the HubSpot app marketplace. My role here is the chief evangelist, which basically means I get to work with partners and be super loud here on LinkedIn, continuing to make obnoxious HubSpot adjacent content. Alexandra, how you doing? Tuning in from South Africa. Let's go. How are things down in South Africa? Glad you can join us. So a little bit about my history at HubSpot, or with HubSpot, if you will. Before I joined Hapily, I worked at HubSpot for around 7.5 years. I absolutely loved my time there. You know, it's a fantastic place to work. Started off as an implementation specialist, worked with around like 200 to 400 ish in that range. I don't know, it was a big blur. Customers to get them up and running on HubSpot as an implementation specialist, then went and did the new hire training program for a couple years, onboarded over 1,500 HubSpotters. They started their journey with HubSpot. So I've taught HubSpot and inbound for a long time. So if you guys have any questions as you're kind of tuning in, please let me know. Happy to kind of pause whatever I'm doing, go off on a tangent, and chat with you about whatever is going on in your HubSpot world. We're live on LinkedIn. We're also live on YouTube. So go subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're dropping tons of videos over there. I'll go take a peek at it in a second. But before we get started with everything, just a couple of housekeeping items. First of all, there's a non-zero chance that my kids will burst in through the door naked. If they do, I apologize. That's just kind of the thing they like to do whenever I'm on Zoom calls or on LinkedIn Lives. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Christine, yeah, you gotta go to sleep. What is it, like 3 a.m. for you over there? Hello. Still brokenhearted that you're not gonna be at inbound, but you know, one day. Anyway, thanks for popping on. Maybe I'll turn this into like a nice little like ASMR stream and lull you to sleep that way. Anyway, where was I even? Okay, yeah, couple housekeeping things. So let's do like a little like word from our sponsors scenario. Oh, that's the wrong thing to go to. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right, cool. First and foremost, guys, if you haven't heard about Hapily, we build apps on HubSpot that make HubSpot better. Makes it better. Okay. Our apps do a lot of different things across a lot of different gaps in HubSpot functionality, if you will. But we build exclusively apps for HubSpot. You can find them all in the app marketplace. Just to kind of give you like a little rundown so you understand what's out there. We got Zebra. This is our integration with Stripe. This is the Stripe integration that should have always existed. It brings your subscription and transaction data into HubSpot so you can do a whole bunch of juicy reporting, automation, segmentation. It even lets you manage those subscriptions inside of HubSpot when you want to have like your sales or service people go in and upgrade, downgrade, create new subscriptions, pause, cancel for folks. It does it all. So if you're using Stripe and you're using HubSpot and you haven't seen Zebra yet, I don't know what to tell you. You got to go check it out. You can get a demo. You get everything. Everything's a demo, right? Next up, we got Orchestrate. This is in beta right now. This is coming out, or I don't know if it's in beta yet, but it is going to be hopefully coming out before Inbound. This is going to be our event management platform on HubSpot. So it's going to give you the ability to manage like an agenda page. It's a big HubSpot CMS project. It allows you to manage your attendees, speakers, sessions, sponsors, all within the HubSpot interface, and it automatically updates and creates these wonderful event pages, where you can handle registrations, you can track attendance, all this awesome stuff. The first version of it is going to be a big integration with Zoom Webinar, I believe, but more on this to come. This is still, we're still building this. But it's going to be cool. It's going to be amazing. And of course, we got a whole bunch of our utility apps too that just make life a little bit easier in HubSpot. We got Clone Attack that allows you to clone objects inside of HubSpot. And when I say clone objects, I mean CRM objects. So think of your deals, your tickets, your contacts, right? If you want a duplicate button, so you could clone that object, clone all of its associations, any sort of activity, the property values, all that kind of stuff. Clone Attack can take care of it for you. We also got Associate. This is where you can use workflows to associate objects together automatically, right? So as long as you have a like piece of information between two different objects, you can create some awesome associations between them using workflows. Moving on from that, we got Timerman. Timerman is our advanced service level agreement tool. So if you are using HubSpot Service Hub and you have multiple support teams across the world that have different schedules, operating hours, holidays that they respect, time zones that they're working in, things like that, Timerman is going to be your best friend. It's also great if you want to do like deal velocity reporting in the custom report builder. It gives you properties that hold how much time each deal is spent in each stage. Same with tickets. So it's a really great tool. And then of course we got Real City. If you ever wanted to build a real estate website on HubSpot with the functionality of something like Zillow or Redfin, that is possible with Real City. Go check it out. And then finally, we've got TikTok Today. Yeah, that's right. Timerman is a POG. I actually don't know what POG stands for. I just know it's good. Is that an acronym? I don't know. Anyway. But the new kid on the block, let's talk about it. Let's talk about TikTok Today. I've wanted this app to be built ever since I was a little baby HubSpot user using time between calculated fields. It's simply amazing. If you've ever wanted to build a time between calculated property in HubSpot, but you were distraught, you were downtrodden, you were sad, super angry, whatever the emotion that you may have had at that moment, to realize that you could not create a time between property that took today's date into consideration, TikTok Today is for you. This is a free app. What it does is it takes a property and it puts it on any records that you'd like, and it constantly keeps it updated with today's date. This way you can build those time between date properties, and you don't have to go out and get Operations Hub Pro, which is $800 a month. But even if you did, you still would want to do this through a workflow. Usually what you have to do is you have to build a date stamping, daily scheduled workflow that you have to Oh, play the game. Oh, wait, no, I did know that. Oh my God. I did know that. Anyway, my bad. Thank you, Christine. Now I feel old. Anyway, so where was I? I don't even remember. TikTok today. Again, today's date across all your different objects. It's $9 a month for any additional object after one. But again, it's free for that one object you want to put it on to make sure you can do those awesome time between fields. You know, I've seen people using it to, you know, get the age of a contact and then building lists based on that. You can do a whole bunch of different stuff. We created a ton of content on it. Go check it out. Speaking of content, go subscribe. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff on there. You know, we're pushing 75 subscribers at the moment. Nice, Alexandra. You got TikTok today. I'd love to hear it. But guys, go give us a subscribe. Go smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell on the Happily YouTube channel. We're trying to build the presence on there as much as we can. And that's where we're just going to be putting all of the content as it comes out. You know, obviously been a little busy lately, so I've slacked on here a little bit, but promise you we're going to get this up and running, and we're going to put a lot more educational, just generic HubSpot stuff up on there as well. But if there's, you know, anything you want to learn about any of our apps, all that stuff is going to be sitting on the Happily YouTube channel. And also, shameless plug here. Okay, last little sponsor we'll talk about here. Guys, if you're looking for some wonderful things to wear on your head at the upcoming inbound conference in September, there's less lag on the YouTube stream versus the LinkedIn one. That doesn't surprise me. LinkedIn is hot garbage when it comes to this live stuff. And I'm pretty sure it like degrades the quality of this, considering I didn't create an event for it and I just kind of went live out of nowhere. But yeah, YouTube is going to be way better. Anyway, glad the comments are working on both though. I'm gonna take a little sip here real quick. But guys, this is a real label of love here. You know, my signature is that snap back. Christine in the chat, big fan of the RevOps Goblin hats that we have here. But hey, if you're a salesperson, you know, and you just happen to be on the, oh, whoa, that was way too big. If you're a salesperson and you just have to be a member of the Close One City Council, you know, I've got hats for you here, right? We got them in a number of different colors, styles, right? If you like flat brims, obviously we got plenty of that. We also got some nice Close One City dad hats, right? This is a great gift for your sales team, especially if you're rolling up with a big sales squad over to inbound next month, right? This is going to be a great little gift for everybody. Of course, we got the RevOps God line here. And then, of course, the memes from my content over the years. And you know what? Forget about putting on your sales hat. How about a pre-sales hat, right? For all my solutions engineers out there in this world, right? Anyway, let's move on. Cool. So 2 big things I want to kind of go through today. One, we're definitely going to cover the July 2023 HubSpot product updates. I've done my best not to watch any of this stuff. So all of this is going to be new to me. And now that I'm not internal at HubSpot anymore, a lot of this stuff is actually relevant because I don't know what's coming. So I'm super stoked to see this, see what's new, see how they're talking about it. We'll kind of dive into it. But if anyone has any questions on anything, obviously in between, you just let me know. I'm here. We can chat through it. All right. I also got a Discord link set up too. So if anyone wants to like call in, let me know. I'll send you the Discord link and we can kind of go from there. Yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and just pause this background music. We'll go ahead and rip this thing into full screen. Hi there. Whoa, not yet. Not yet, Brooke. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Let's crank this volume way up.
Hi there.
That's much better. Brooke,
and you're tuning in to HubSpot's July Product Spotlight video.
Let's go.
A monthly broadcast where we cover the latest and greatest HubSpot updates across the entire platform. Let's get started because we have a lot of updates. We're kicking off July to bring you our featured update of the month. Let's talk about how hard it is to create websites. Definitely not the easiest thing to do, but I have just the solution for you. We just gave our asset marketplace a brand new makeover, and we're relaunching it as the template marketplace.
Oh.
Let me show you just how easy it is to use.
Do I have this? Oh, okay. Template marketplace. So the asset marketplace is no more. Okay, here we go. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Let's just listen to what Brooke's saying here. We can jump into it after.
Is a template marketplace to create a website. In your HubSpot account, go ahead and in the main navigation, click on the marketplace icon. Then choose template marketplace.
I love how they've kind of broken this out, and it's, you know, very deliberate as to why you would choose each one of these here. It's also wild now just seeing HubSpot over the years how we have three different marketplaces, or at this point, I guess I don't know if you can call the solutions directory a marketplace, but at the end of the day, I guess it is.
Here, you'll be brought to the new template marketplace homepage where you can choose between themes and modules. Now you can download pre-built themes directly into your HubSpot account. Let's go ahead and click on.
Are these the themes that you can like edit with the theme editor? Are these built by third parties now?
On themes. In the left-hand sidebar, you can filter your themes from different things such as business types, page features, and more. For this one, let's go ahead and search for...
Oh, theme settings. So is this you? Hold on. I want to go try this. Let's go to my personal here. I go into the theme marketplace. I'm getting some work done in my basement because we got flooded. So if you hear power tools, that's why. Let me get the music going back while I'm doing this. Whoa! Too much music. Okay, anyway. So where's this Atlas one? Atomics. Okay, so this is theme settings here, and it's free. Is this okay? So it's not made by HubSpot. This is a third-party one. So if I go install this, are these using those new theme editor tool? Install. This must be a hefty theme. Set as my active. No, I don't want to set as an active. What I want to do is I want to go build a web page, create web page, test themes. Cool. Okay, so theme, change theme. So I now have this atomic light one, set it as the active. Got it. Sick. All right, let's do this homepage. Cool, great, wonderful. I'm zoomed like crazy in right now. Okay, so, oh man, I'm not good at this new editor. How do I? Man. This is all the page stuff. Theme. Welcome to the theme editor. Oh yeah, it is. This is cool. Last time I used this, the theme editor was like only working for like the HubSpot based themes or the HubSpot built themes, if I'm remembering that correctly. But now it looks like third party. Maybe this happened a while ago. Not a fan of the new editor. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get used to it. But like I'm so used to the old one that I'm gonna definitely fumble around it a whole bunch. But what I really like here, and maybe I'm like late to the party because I don't do a whole bunch of like building websites inside of HubSpot, unless I'm building like test pages for like some RevOps process or something I'm testing or goofing around with, like with a form or whatever. But I love that third parties are now taking advantage of this like theme editor tool and building themes that kind of plug into this versus it just being like something that was like on the side and like toggle switches on the side on like individual pages. So this is cool. This is awesome. I had no idea people were building stuff in this theme editor yet. Okay. We love that. Pause. Let's get back to the video. All right. Do it full screen? I'm cutting so much of it off when I do that. Oh, wait. Can I do... No, it's in chat's gone. All right. We'll go from here.
Free. And then
go back here.
All themes that are free.
Nice.
And then you can sort them by the most popular.
This theme was for a homepage and about page, a blog listing, blog post, contact, landing, team pages. This is like kind of a crazy good template for free, isn't it? I mean, are they just hoping that people are going to like hire them to customize it further? I mean, it's like fully drag and drop. I can just ditch this. I mean, that's sick. Okay. All right. Themes are way better now.
The newest, lowest price, etc. Let's go ahead and choose this Atlas.
What are some of like the expensive drag and drops looking like? Like if that one's free, what's like a paid one? Themes. Paid. Can I do sort by price, highest price? Tech Systems Studio Pro. This is $5,000. Oh, you also get coaching with their team. What? Training course library, Fitness Studio Pro. This is from Web Canopy. So I wonder what else they're doing in here. I don't get it. Is this a theme or is this consulting? Like, see, to me, this doesn't look like anything that much crazier than the other one, but there's probably more behind this than I'm actually seeing here. Anyway. Cool. Work creating and cover space on HubSpot setup. It's almost as if they're like selling consulting in this package, which is interesting. Look at this one. Impact, Trust, 2000. Oh, Home Base Plus by Free Range. Fully responsive, customizable modules, template pre-built. Is this like using the theme? Oh, well, yeah, I guess so. If it's marked theme, it's got to be using theme. Can I preview it? Ooh. I wonder if this little like thing that it's doing with the text, if that's like a customizable sort of like module in there. Again, the volume is so high while I look through this. Jeez. This is cute. Home base. I like this. This is like a really nice, really clean theme. Pricing cards. What do pricing cards look like? I'm confused by this thing. What am I looking at? CTAs, whole week content, default layout, cards, little icons, image grids. Oh, nice. Well, oh, it's just showing it to me an all-in-one thing. Card layouts. Okay. This is kind of sick. Nah. Okay. Need a little tab action. Ooh, a timeline module. That's neat. Pricing tabs. That's clean. Billing cycles. 2 billing cycles. Oh, okay. So it's, yeah. So it's like a toggle switch. Yeah, this is pretty sick. Oh, logo sliders. Oh, and they change color when you hover over them. All right, that's sick. Shout out to Home Base. Who makes this? Free range. What's this up? Okay. All right. Let's get back to the video. Wow, themes are huge now. Boop. Rip it.
This one has a 4.66 rating and over 10,000 installs.
Oh, hey!
Account,
I'm live. Don't get out of here. Get out of here naked. You can't
this
make
will pull up what the pages look like and the different templates that you can choose from. And you can also see what it will look like on a tablet.
I knew it was gonna happen. Hold on.
I like this, so let's go ahead and in the left corner, click back. And then we click on View Details. This will bring you to the main page for the theme, and then we can go ahead and click Install. Finally, the order summary will tell you how much. This one is free, so we're just going to go ahead and click Install for free. Now our theme will go ahead and download into our account. Once it's installed, we can choose to set as my active theme and start building my site, or we can set as my active theme and edit the theme settings.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and change your brand settings,
knew that was going to happen.
Button, but for this one, I'm going to show you how to create a new web page with the theme you just installed. So we're going to click set as
tilt
my
the camera
active
this way
theme
just in
and start
case.
building my site. And then this will bring up
All right, I missed all this. What's going on?
We can choose to
okay,
set
we're
as my
installing
active theme
Parker
and start building my site, or we can set as my active theme and edit the theme settings. If you want to go ahead and change your brand settings, you can click that button. But for this one, I'm going to show you how to create a new web page with the theme you just installed. So we're going to click set as my active theme and start building my site.
I feel like we just did this.
And then this will bring up the page name.
I should stop jumping ahead.
Page. And then we're going to go ahead and click create page. Now we'll be brought to a page that shows all the templates that are within this theme. And for this one, we are going to go ahead and click the landing page template by clicking select template. And this will bring us to our page editor where we can go ahead and change the content, add modules, etc. For this one, let's go ahead and select a form. And for this one, we'll choose this free pet box sign-up form. And then we'll click apply changes. Okay, so I like how that looks. This is all good. So before we publish our page, let's say we want to change the colors of the theme. We can go ahead and click edit and then theme.
Okay, so they stuff it up in that edit tab over the top. Oh wait,
the colors,
I saw that.
the
Okay.
buttons, the typography, and more. So
That's the best part. That's the best part. Like when you're building these themes now, just like being able to put it in that theme editor and then just change it in one place and have it go everywhere. I hope it's like I mean, is that a requirement now for developers that are putting stuff in the theme? Well, I guess if it's going to be tagged as a theme, it has to use the theme editor. But like, are people even still building stuff on like the classic editor anymore? Can you even do that? I don't know.
Head and choose global colors and choose the primary color and change it from this gray to this nice purple. And then this will automatically be applied, and you can see now that this button here changed into that nice purple. So we'll go ahead and publish our theme. And if this is already live in your portal, this will go ahead and
we're like halfway through. This is a big CMS.
So be careful before
CMS heavy product spotlight.
Then once we click publish, it will return us to the page editor. And finally, in order to publish the page, we will click on File, Page Settings, and give our page a name. And then make sure that our page URL is updated. And then we can click Close, and all of our settings will be automatically saved. So now we can go ahead and click Publish, then click Publish Now.
I feel like I need to learn how to use this now.
URL to see what the page will look like.
Okay, hold on. All right. So this is the editor. Get out of the editor. Test themes. So I get the drag and drop stuff, but if I wanted to add like another section here, Is it plus? This is busy. So you've got modules, which I guess are the things. So the ones that come with the theme. So what if I just take a, I don't know, a hero banner and drop it there? Is that something I can do? I guess it is. All right. I can't believe this is a free theme. Fade in, top right, left. There's an animation. Scroll to color. What's that mean? I don't know. Okay, so this is like the new content tab then. Because I'm trying to remember, it was like content, theme, and design or something. Or I can't remember exactly how it was before. Anyway, okay, so you got modules. And then you got sections. So these are saved sections that come with the theme. So if I were to drop this in, that's a whole ass section. Oh, this is cool. And then you've got layouts, which is just like the spacers, and you can drop. So you should be able to drop modules in here then. Yeah. This ain't bad. Button. This is confusing to me. Form. Obviously, I need to select a form. Do I have a form? Is it an affiliate referral form? Okay. So we gotta keep going back to plus. Social. Follow me. Is this the old? That's an old module. That's probably not one that I should use in there. Theme. Testimonial. All right. Okay. All right. So it's plus. Layouts give you the space. Sections are the pre-built sections. Oh, you've got saved, and then you've got theme sections. So theme sections come with the themes, and then modules, there's the ones that come with the theme, which will all work with this, I'm assuming, right? Put a little counter in there. I don't know what that does. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. Enable style tab. What the frick does that mean? Okay, I don't know what that did, but okay. All right, okay. So there's that. This is just all the content. So this is replacing whatever you used to use to like hand select a specific piece of junk on the page when it was like difficult to click. That makes sense. Optimize tab is the old like SEO tab. All right, cool. You can SEO optimize the crap out of this. Great. Oh, and they put the core topic stuff here. So the topic clusters tool is built into the optimize tab, which I guess it was before, which makes a lot of sense. Test. Okay, this is where A/B testing and adaptive testing lives. And then site navigator. Wait, can I just jump into other pages from here? Yo. Okay. That's pretty dope. Okay, so you can... Alexander, how do you not like this? Actually, this ain't bad. So, okay, so you can build a new page from here. You can run your A/B tests, which is already down here in testing. And then page settings. This is what used to be up across the top. So you got your general, so you can do page title, what the URL is, pop the meta description in there, throw in a campaign. Featured. This used to be just one long page under settings in the middle. Yeah, you could change your template. You do private content. Okay. All right. It's coming along. It's It's growing on me. So I can get to settings there, but I can also get it to it here. It seems like a lot of redundant buttons on the page. You got their version history, so I can cycle back if I need to. Page details. Oh, okay. It's taking me to the outside. Nice. And you take a tour or drop it down. Okay. Okay. Dude, what's my favorite mountain-related workflow? Robert, it's the one where you climb like a mountain, bro. Robert, you want to get on Discord and hang out? Let me know. I'll get you that link. You let me know, baby. All right, let's get back to the video.
So great. We've now just created a landing page without having to do any coding ourselves.
That's sick. No coding.
So what are you waiting for? Check out our template marketplace now and start creating beautiful websites with pre-made modules that you can add to your website themes. Okay, so you've learned all about our #1 update, the template marketplace relaunch. But we have so much more to share about what's new in the HubSpot platform. Here are a few other updates you should know about. First, be sure to check out our CJA deal stages.
Yes.
With customer journey analytics,
yes.
Not only can you now access...
Yes. This is sick. So they took that customer journey analytics tool and they applied it to deals, which is dope. So it's like customer journey analytics was originally sort of very contact centered, where now it sounds like it could be a little bit more deal centered. I wonder if like the engine of the tool though is still looking at contacts, but then just doing this based on deals that are associated to it. But no, that actually doesn't make sense, because you can actually do it in 2 different ways. So like if I go into my cool little simulated portal, which I'll show you here later, right? I think I made a deal based thing here. Somewhere I was just thinking happy tier for CJ. Dude, Robert, let me know if you want to get on the Discord and do this with me and hang out. Uh-oh. One of my kids is not being happy. Anyway. All right. Where was I? Reporting. Reports. Create reports. Customer journey analytics. They're gonna have to rename that. They gotta call it DJA, bro. Davis Mastiff, if you're listening. DJA, my guy. All right. So deals. Now, okay. So yeah, this is definitely like centering around the deal object, because it takes away all that contact centered stuff that's over there. What's interesting is when you go back and look at customer journey analytics though, that are centered around contacts, they have this deal stage thing in here. Technically out of office today, but I joined here. That's okay. Oh my jeez. All right, well, stay out of office then, bro. But yeah, so here it has deal stage. So I can only assume what this means is that this is referring to a contact that's associated to a deal that's in one of these stages in a specific pipeline. That has to be what it's referring to here. Otherwise, this whole thing kind of breaks, right? Anyway, cool. Jeez, there is so much wood being cut and metal being grinded downstairs. I can feel it in my elbows. I don't think you guys are picking that up on the... No, you're not. Okay, anyway.
Access any deal stage in your CRM as a touch point, but with branching and the ability to set a stage as optional, you can truly account for any and all possible pathways a contact takes with your business. Deal stages and customer journey analytics is live and available to Marketing Hub Enterprise customers only. Next.
Marketing Hub Enterprise is looking better and better and better, folks. Anyway, here, let me, I actually built one of these earlier for this super cool simulated portal that I've got here. So let's pop in. Let's go take a look at reports. No, dashboards. Dashies, right? Here's a little deal journey analytics, if you will. Ah, there we go. It's really a funny looking graph. But what this is basically showing is that from my deals that are in that first stage, it's showing how many 62% of them move on to the next stage. And from there, 62% move on to the next, 60% move on to the next, 76 move on to the next, and 48 move on to the next, right? And what's cool about this, I think, is that it's showing where your deals actually kind of like drop off to close lost, right? So I don't think everyone's is going to look as pretty as this, because like I've simulated all of this deal movement using a tricky little combination of scheduled workflows in the operations hub and format data actions that are giving us random numbers to generate. So all like the conversion rates here are pretty uniform, right? But it's illustrating it, I think, quite well, where you're kind of seeing like, hey, when deals close loss, you can kind of see, hey, which stage are they close losing from the most, right? Where are they falling off? Where's the I don't know what word I'm looking for here. Where's the bottleneck, if you will, in our sales process, right? Or, you know, how can we spot at least an indication of one, right? So yeah, the deal journey stuff is pretty cool. The thing with like customer journey analytics that you always just gotta like think about is that I think a lot of people misunderstand these reports as like showing you what the customer journey is, which is not what it does. It's really meant for you to kind of like build what you think. At least this is the way that I think it's valuable. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm using these incorrectly, but the way that I see it is that this is great if you want to like chart out what you think, what your assumption of the customer journey is, right? And these different touch points that you have. And then these graphs do a really good job at telling you how wrong you are, right? Because you either see people like jumping from like one step to another, or getting to a step from some unknown place, or like dropping off into the abyss or something like that, right? So it's like you're laying this path out and you're seeing what the actual footsteps look like over time, I guess is the easiest way to think about it. But yeah, customer journey analytics are super interesting. I'd like to see some good examples of how people are like using this with your HubSpot data now. Anyway, let's go back to the video.
Next, introducing a highly requested feature, and we can see why.
Selective email threading in sequences. We're introducing the ability to select between threaded and non-threaded. I don't understand how people get so picky about email threading stuff. Maybe it's just because I'm not like a cold outbound email psychopath min-maxer. But I don't know. Maybe there's more to this feature than I think there is. But this is cool, I guess, for those folks who want to get really hyper aware of when things are getting threaded and when they're not. I don't know.
Selective email threading in sequences. Proactive outreach can now feel more personalized. Reps can send a brand
Does threading an email really make it seem more never mind. Sorry.
new email to reappear with a fresh subject line or bump a previous thread.
That's kind of cool. I guess you could argue it makes it look more real, right? Until they see the unsubscribe button at the bottom, but that's just me.
This feature is live and available to both Sales and Service Hub Pro Plus customers. In an increasingly remote world,
Pro Plus
teams need to be able to plan and remain aligned on rep availability and display consistent branding.
Stop. What is this? Oh, this is a HubSpot calling thing. Working hours allows you to set the user availability in HubSpot for admins having calling reps. For admins, having calling reps. Oh, so reps that call. Set their working hours enables you to plan staff coverage more efficiently to ensure that there's enough reps to handle the incoming calls. Is there some scheduling aspect to this? So you set your working hours. Is that an individual? So set the time when you want calls to be routed to you. This can be used to define routing in your phone number setup. You can use this to define routing in your phone number setup. I wonder if this is like laying down the groundwork for HubSpot to eventually have like IVR built into HubSpot calling. That's kind of sick. Custom voicemails allows your team to add a personalized touch to voicemails so your customers and prospects can connect directly to your brand. Cute.
With working hours plus custom voicemails, you can do just that. Working hours settings enable coordination of staffing availability. When reps are not available, users need to be able to let customers and prospects leave voicemail messages. By customizing your voicemail messages, you can create a more personalized and engaging experience for your callers. This is live and available to our Sales and Service Hub Starter Plus customers.
Oh, wait. HubSpot calling. Connect an outbound phone number to log. Okay. Test me top prospects in California. I haven't looked at HubSpot calling in an ill minute. Let's go to my personal one here. So where does this happen again? Calling? So I've connected these numbers. So that's a HubSpot phone number. Actions. Call configurations. Place calls and using HubSpot. Yes. Transcription and analysis. Do I need to... How do I set up a... Wait, would I set up a voicemail for this number? During working hours, 1, route to an assigned user. If the call is outside, set up voicemail. I'm sorry. It's text-based? Oh, I'm sorry the person you reached isn't available. Please leave a message. So you can write a text-based voicemail. It's not like you record one. And I'm assuming like a robot reads it back. That's tight. Okay. All right. W robots. All right. Let's get out of here.
Sales and Service Hub Starter Plus customers. Who doesn't like a good AI feature that helps you?
I love a good AI feature.
Records are up to date.
Nope.
You can now see a refreshed list of potential duplicate contacts and companies daily. It was previously every 2 weeks, so this is a huge improvement.
It was 2 weeks? That's crazy. So what, every day it checks for duplicates and it uses
for
AI? Sick, dude.
Daily AI-powered duplicate checks for contacts and companies is live and available to Operations Hub Pro Plus customers.
Pro Plus.
Bringing you an easy solution
Pro Plus.
to manage and work with your subscriptions and
Just kidding. We love HubSpot payments over here. Edit your subscriptions. Upgrade or downgrade subscriptions. Change quantities and more. No more canceling subscriptions to change them. That's pretty cool. Change the next payment date of subscriptions so you can change when someone's charged. Okay. Subscriptions index page. A subscription object ain't a true custom object yet though, so that's cool. That's awesome. Trying to remember last time I used HubSpot payments and if it made me, yeah, you had to cancel a subscription and then change it. So now you can just do that upgrade. I wonder if you have ways of tracking that upgrade over time. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, kids are crying. I'm sure they fighting over a toy or something. Anyway.
Commerce Hub, we have subscription management. Achieve greater billing flexibility and customizable options to accommodate your customers' subscription needs and preferences. Subscription management is now live and available to all our U.S. customers with Starter Plus plans. One last
Zebra. Sorry, I had to.
Major update in our CRM platform.
Security score
notifications.
This is tight.
Right now, admins are only driven to the Security Center either via discovering it themselves, reading knowledge-based documentation about it, or seeing product updates like this one. By providing these notifications on a cadence, we want to help admins locate and understand the Security Center, which helps them ensure that their account is safe. Security Score notifications is live.
We love being secure here.
And tiers.
Okay.
Well, folks, that ends our coverage today.
Ooh, okay, hold on. Side panel with metadata, centralized audit. Okay, yeah, new recurring and failed payment notifications. Okay, that's cool. Link to data quality formatting issues post import. That's got to be nice when you're importing a ton of data. List team permissions. Lists team permission. Okay, so you can change if different teams have access to certain lists. Is that what I'm seeing here? I guess that would make sense if you have multiple teams of marketers in there and you're using like business units or something. Okay. New service offering in the solutions directory. Find custom objects by partially typing in a custom property value. Seems like a big update to the search bar. Inbound calling tab now has a dedicated window, as opposed to, it opened it up in a tab before. That was the worst. Hold on, can I try that? Oh, the babies are not happy. The babies are not happy. Can I do this? Call. I already have a number. I'm not going to try it right now. I'm not trying to dox my phone number on here. Okay. Even though we kind of already did. Anyway. Find notes by the note content. Pretty sure that was always part of the search bar. I remember when that came out a long time ago, but maybe they changed it. I don't know. Improve asset associations and campaigns. So it's easier to add stuff to campaigns. Rounding for custom calculated properties. That's huge. So now you can like round stuff. So like if you're going and building, let's go manage a contact property. We'll create a new one. We'll call it, and then we'll put it there. And then we can go and do a calculation. And then you can do round up, round down, and round to nearest. Don't have a specific decimal. Decimal places to round to. That seems weird that I can just type in anything here instead of it just being a number field, but HubSpot product if you're watching. That's sus. Anyway, all right. Guys, if you're in the chat, say what up. I want to know who's here. Say hello. Let me know where you're viewing from. And we'll pop back over into this video. Actually, this is almost done, right?
In HubSpot in July. We covered a lot, but we didn't cover all the updates across the HubSpot.
Book meetings on behalf of other users in the Service Hub. Tight. Sales playbooks in the HubSpot app for Zoom meetings. That's a lot. Okay.
Platform, including features like the side panel with metadata, the centralized audit log of user actions, lists, teams, permission, security updates, and an inbound calling tab now has a dedicated window. To see more of these features and get available education, content, and resources, visit our monthly release notes published in our HubSpot community. That's all for me. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Brooke. Absolutely legendary product update. Keep forgetting to turn down the volume of that music. Where are we at? 50 decibels? Okay, cool. Is there any newer ChatSpot updates? So we just did July, we did June last time. Ooh, Dylan. Should we check out some of these? Great growth charts with ChatSpot. Okay, yeah. You know what? Hold on. We got to give some love to my boy, Dylan. If you guys don't know, me and Dylan go way back, okay? Dylan was also an implementation specialist at the time that I was an implementation specialist. And this man, Dylan, little homage to the GOAT here, okay? This man, Dylan, is the guy who brought custom objects to HubSpot, okay? This is the myth, the legend that brought custom objects to HubSpot for the first time. So, huge W. And now he's working on ChatSpot, which is sick. I'm going to check this out. You know me. I'm very, I don't know how I feel about AI. I think it's cool. I think we saw some really cool stuff in the last product update that, you know, showed a couple like, you know, pretty neat, nifty deployments of AI that we've seen inside of HubSpot. But Dylan's just specifically working on ChatSpot. So let's see what we got here.
If you are a HubSpot CRM user, then this ChatSpot weekly update is for you. Welcome.
That's me. I'm one of those.
To the 15th edition of the ChatSpot.
You've done 15 of these? Is there a playlist? Key moments. 6 videos on a playlist. I don't know about 15, my guy.
Weekly video update series. I'm starting this update from
Sorry. I don't know why I should have just muted myself.
A company record in the CRM. Now this is a demo company record. I added some data in here, but it looks a lot like most other company records. We have a bunch of notes, activities, properties. A few weeks back, I showed you how
Mike Cyber. He's the head of cyber at Cyber Reason. Mike Cyber. What a guy.
ChatSpot can be used to summarize. Now we're bringing this even closer to your workflow with new actions in the CRM Actions dropdown. So from any company record, you can find the Actions menu, and you'll see 2 new ChatSpot updates. The first, summarized in ChatSpot, and the second, showing news for a company. We're gonna run a quick summary. ChatSpot will open in a new tab, then the prompt for you, ask for a summary, and deliver you that summary right at your fingertips. You can click back to HubSpot here.
Wait, I just,
We're gonna run a quick summary.
I just jammed out to that music so hard that I completely spaced out. Let's try that again. I'm sorry.
So from any company record, guys, now we're bringing this even closer to your workflow with new actions in the CRM Actions dropdown. So from any
so CRM Actions
company record, you can find the Actions menu, and you'll see 2 new ChatSpot updates. The first,
summarize in ChatSpot. Show news for this company in ChatSpot.
summarize in ChatSpot, and the second, showing news for a company. We're going to run a quick summary. ChatSpot will open in a new tab.
Okay, so this is the one thing that like still really bugs me about ChatSpot, and I'm assuming there's a long way for it to go, but it's hard for me to want to use ChatSpot outside of HubSpot's interface, right? Like, I really, really wish this just opened up as a little module inside of HubSpot. I guarantee one of my kids is going to break through this door at any second now. I don't know. That's just me. And hopefully one day that's what's going to happen. We'll see. But it's just like AI completely based on your CRM's data. It's like, put it in the CRM. Let me get it from within. I want it in the CRM. Not outside. I want it in the CRM. Come on, man. Dylan, put it in the CRM. I'm sure that's your plan. I'm not telling you anything new. Love you, buddy.
Then the prompt for you, ask for a summary, and
Cyber Reason was created in your CRM on 31/5/23. Is that May 31st? This company does not have an owner. The last recorded activity for this company was 15/8/23. Here's a summary. On June 22nd, there's an emergency situation that is not specified. On August 15th, the onboarding process was Oh. Whoa. Hey, that's kind of cool. It's not just like, I thought this was just going to like spit out a generic summary of what the company is. Here's a summary of your notes for this company. Do his notes show up? Okay. He has notes written on the actual thing. I wonder if it's reading any activities, because Dylan just has like 3 notes here, right? Anyway, all right, we'll see.
2 new ChatSpot updates. The first, summarized in ChatSpot, and the second, showing news for a company. We're going to run a quick summary. ChatSpot will open in a new tab, then the prompt for you, ask for a summary, and deliver
It's kind of sick. I mean, it is just, it's explaining what it sees in those notes on the timeline.
you that summary right at your fingertips. You can click back to HubSpot here or head right.
It's got, I really hope it's looking at like emails or maybe we don't want to look at it. I don't know.
Back into your CRM. Let's ask it for news. You probably have used this prompt a million times already.
So this is probably what Chat GPT going GPT-4, like looking on the internet for content to put in here.
Here it is again. You can simply ask ChatSpot for news directly from the CRM record and it'll provide it for you.
That's sick.
Now, of course, this works for contacts.
But it's like, again, put this in the, like, I could see that this would be useful if I'm like a salesperson or like an SDR and I'm looking for a relevant bit of news about the company and I'm like on the company record and I got that little robot right here in the corner of the page, right? And I can just click the robot, be like, yo, tell me some news about this company. Gives me the news right there in the CRM. I don't want to go to a different tab. Take that news, go write an email about it. Bang. Like, that would be cool. And then, like, I guess you're there, right? You're totally there. But I guess all I'm saying is this is going to be really cool once it's inside of HubSpot, and I'll shut up about it now.
As well, we don't have news for contacts, but from any contact record, you can see the same situation. A ton of data, a ton of notes, a ton of things to sift through. From any contact record, you can now click Summarize in ChatSpot. A new tab will open, and you will...
And guys, again, if you are watching, ask me anything about HubSpot, ask me anything about inbound. This is primarily a ask me anything advice, free advice, super chill, free advice stream. So you just let me know, but I'm gonna keep the React content going in between. So yeah, I'm trying to learn some stuff too while I'm waiting for you guys to ask me questions. So you just let me know what I can help with.
We'll send the prompt directly to ChatSpot. You'll get that summary as quickly as you can ask for it. I want to show off one more thing that's going to be incredibly powerful for CRM use cases. And to show you that, I've created a brand new template under our reporting category with a bar chart.
When he's saying template, is he talking about prompts that he's giving ChatSpot?
We're introducing new functionality that allows you to ask for a bar chart. With this template, you can create a bar chart directly from the ChatSpot
bar chart. Can I get a bar chart?
UI, and all you need to type is the time frame you're looking for. I want to create a bar chart that shows contacts created weekly over the last 6 months.
Dude, I want to go dealing with the bar cart. And we can talk about bar charts.
ChatSpot will instantly search my CRM data and generate this bar chart. I love the animation when it loads. It shows contacts created over time, broken down by week. We don't currently support any other object types for creating bar charts, but you can get flexible about the types of charts you ask it to create. We're hoping to add support.
So that's contact. You say contact. Okay. So it's like single object contact reports.
For different types of objects over time. That does it for this week.
See, that's where it's gonna get crazy. Imagine this for a second. You're sitting, having your cup of coffee, looking at your dashboard in HubSpot, and you're just like, man, I really need a report for XYZ. And that little robot is just staring at you in the corner. You just give it a click and you're like, hey, Mr. ChatSpot, hey, robot, I want to see a report that shows me XYZ over ABC. And then it just creates it for you. And then it just has a little button that just says add to dashboard. And then boom, it's there forever. And all you had to do was say it. You didn't have to build it. That's going to be crazy. Dylan, if you're watching this and that's the future of it, please let me know. Because that would be unreal. I mean, even like, I can even imagine a world where it's like, could you make ChatSpot smart enough to like edit some stuff you've built in HubSpot, right? Maybe you make a list of contacts and you're staring at it and you're like, this is filtered weird, right? And you could just like, click the little robot, click that little robot. Hey, can you go refine this filter by, or refine this list by whatever? And it just does it. That'd be sick. Anyway, keep going, Dylan.
ChatSpot video update. Actually, I got one more thing I want to show you. Don't leave just yet.
Yo, Dylan, you just one more thing to us? Tim Cook looking ass. One more thing to us.
Directly from HubSpot, we've got one more thing. We want to bring ChatSpot closer to your workflow, and now, from anywhere inside of HubSpot, you can click your profile and navigate to ChatSpot AI. One click.
So close. So close. So close. We got a URL. We got a bookmark. Let's go. Hey, you know what? It's one small step for HubSpot, one giant leap for AI. I don't know. That's awesome. So at least you can get there now from the menu somehow. But I just want that just in a little corner. Just like put that little robot. Put the robot in the corner. It can go right next to the chat thing. Or maybe it can just be one thing, but I'm sure we'll get there. I'm sure they need to work out a little buggy wuggies, before they make it happen, but so close. So close.
No typing in the domains, no looking at your bookmarks.
One more thing, Dust. Come on, man.
Again. Click your profile.
Do it again.
ChatSpot AI. The ChatSpot is open and ready for you to use. We're so excited about this continued integration into the HubSpot CRM. Thank you so much for watching. This has been ChatSpot Weekly number 15, a suite of updates delivered for our HubSpot CRM users. Happy chatspotting, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, love you, Dylan. So happy to see you back at HubSpot. Anyway, all right, let's pop this music back on.
Hello, and welcome to the 14th edition of the chat.
No. Oh, my goodness. All right. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about. How long have we been going? Hour and 8. I know this is the happily hour, but might be going around the happily hour and a half, okay? So, a cool thing, you know what? Maybe I can get, if you're free, talking on LinkedIn Live now about the cool demo portal that we built together. If you wanna join the Discord, I can invite you and we can chat about it. We'll see if Jonathan wants to come hang out. I know Dax was probably going to hang out, but I think Dax had some other stuff he had to do. But Dax will be a more regular, recurring member of the show, obviously. So anyway, let me set the stage for what this is. And if that music's like too loud, just like, I'm going to take it down just like a scotch. Just a little, nudge it down just a little bit. And we'll pop over here. Okay. So also, guys, keep in mind, this is like an AMA stream. Ask me any questions you want. Anything about HubSpot, anything about inbound, whether it's strategy, training. Jonathan can hop on in like 5 or 10 minutes. Sick. Maybe we'll talk about what else we're going to do with it. Anyway, so, I've had this idea for a while, and I've wanted to do this for a long time. Ever since I was a solutions engineer over at HubSpot, and I'll tell you kind of where this comes from. So a big thing that I had to do as a solutions engineer when I was working on the sales team is I had to demo stuff all the time. Had to build proof of concepts, had to see if certain reports were possible. Hold on, I'm just going to share this Discord link with the boy genius here. Discord link. Let me know when you hop on. Okay. Sweet. So one of the biggest pains in the butt of doing HubSpot demos was working with old crappy data in the demo portal that you were using, right? And what I mean by this is, let's say you wanted to go like demo building out like a report or something, right? And showing how easy it was to build a certain report around a certain thing, like whatever it may be, right? Is this music like really loud? I don't think it is. Anyway, what always sucked about that is just the lack of like good data that you had. It was really, really hard to have a portal that looked like it was being used, right? Looked like it was lived in. I just bit my cheek so hard. Oh, that did not feel good. I'm definitely going to keep doing that. Ow. Anyway, so it really sucked because it was really hard to have a portal that like looked like it was lived in, looked like it was real, looked like the data was actually useful, right? Like you would go and build a custom report and like nothing would show up in the report because like the create date for all your data was like a year old, right? And you had to awkwardly fumble around and be like, let me set the create date or to, you know, whatever, or let me filter this so it's like all data, or like, you know, or maybe you just have some like janky looking, you know, really big deals or like weird stuff in there. It's just nothing ever looked natural. It didn't look real. It didn't look lived in. It didn't look realistic, right? And so I had this like idea a while ago. It's like, yo, what if you could sort of like use the tools that HubSpot already has in it to simulate some basic data moving through the portal and have it like regenerative, right? Like it would just keep doing it and keep cycling like new stuff in there. But also like, what if you could make it almost look like it's not all just happening in the same exact way? What if you could introduce a little bit of like chaos and randomosity? I don't know, randomize things a little bit, like whatever it is. And you know, so I was thinking a lot about this, and it started to get a little bit more real when scheduled workflows became a thing, right? So Operations Hub Pro, you get scheduled workflows where you can just have workflows that run at a certain time every day, every week, every month, every year, like whatever, right? So I also needed to figure out a way of saying like, hey, how could we maybe like generate like a random number, right? To introduce a little bit of like randomness or craziness or chaos or whatever, right? Because, you know, people don't always move through life cycle stages in a linear pattern. Don't always, you know, spend the same amount of time in each deal stage if they're a contact associated to a deal, so on and so forth. So the plan was that is if I could figure out a way of how to like basically roll a dice or generate a random number, and if that random number was a certain number, so like think 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 3, 1 out of whatever, right? If that number ended up being a magic number I was looking for, it would then sort of like progress a contact through a life cycle stage, or maybe get them to create a deal, or maybe push a deal through whatever, right? And if we could set up enough of these workflows, we could make it look like there's contacts being created, there's contacts moving through sort of a set of life cycle stages, right? You could randomize a whole ton of other shit with this too, right? But then if you could also like get deals created, you could show deals moving through a deal pipeline, and you'd see them taking like different amounts of time to move through each stage, right? You'd see a lot of them close losing, which is, you know, adding a touch of realism in there, for being honest, right? You know, so we did this, we built it, we were able to kind of figure it out. And I want to show this and share this to everybody, because I would imagine that there's a lot of HubSpot solutions engineers out there, Maybe there's a lot of HubSpot sales reps out there. Maybe you sell HubSpot at a partner agency. Maybe you're in some sort of solutioning role at a partner agency and you're struggling with the same thing that I was struggling with, of just saying, man, my demo data in my demo portal sucks. I can't do anything about it. Right. Well, you can. Right. And I'm doing all of this in a developer portal. Right. So, you get a developer portal, you have everything at your fingertips, right? You can fully demo HubSpot from top to bottom. But more importantly, you get Operations Hub Pro, so you can do scheduled workflows and then do some of this magic stuff, right? So I'm going to show that to you here. Maybe we'll cut this up into a YouTube video. Hopefully it helps some people out. But let's dive right into it. Cool. Where should I even start? Okay, so step one, something that we needed to do is we needed to create a whole bunch of fake contacts to get like an initial deluge of like, fake sort of data in there. So what we ended up doing, I think I can probably find this. So yeah, here we go. Okay, got some fake data here. So what I did is I went and used a bunch of like fake like data generators, right, to create a whole bunch of random companies, random people's names, random emails, random job titles, random street addresses, cities and state abbreviations. I gave them a birthday so I could test out some like TikTok today stuff. I gave them a life cycle stage of lead to begin with, so everyone started as a lead, and then I also gave them original and latest source data to make it look like they came from a specific source instead of just like offline sources, right? Because they technically came from offline sources, but it's nice to have it look like it actually came from a different source, right? So I think I put about, I want to say like the Fortune 100 companies in here or something like that. And I made 5 contacts for each company. So we ended up getting like 100 contacts, and we basically just used Chat GPT to like generate like randomly a ton of these companies. I also created a whole bunch of fake users, right? Ooh, Jonathan's coming on. Okay, so Jonathan's joining. Let's see. How do I get him in here? All right, so Jonathan's in there. He's in the waiting room. Jonathan, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sick. All right, you're live. Okay, hold on. I want to figure out how I can make it so you can see my screen. Hold on. Share my screen. Play to industries. Wait, back. Can I do a whole screen? Screen 1. You should be able to see my screen on Discord now.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Sick. Can you just say like, wait like 2 seconds and just say test, test, test?
Okay. Test.
Perfect. Okay. I think everyone can hear you. Guys, if you're in chat and you can hear Jonathan, just go ahead and like say something on there. Anyway, I'm just kind of taking people through where we started with all like the fake data. And then do you want to share a little bit on, because I think you're injecting more fake contacts, right?
Yeah, I have some code just running on my computer, randomly creating different contacts.
Okay, sick. All right. So to go back to kind of where we were, so we built all these companies. We also built Dunder Mifflin, so we have the cast of The Office in there too as well. Dunder Mifflin did get its own company account, right? But then the other thing we did is we created a whole bunch of like fake users to add into HubSpot, which was super cool because we can take these users and we can essentially turn them into like, you make them look like HubSpot users. So we can use that for like reporting, and as like deals are getting created and stuff, we can assign people to it. We can do reports based on like the sales reps or the consultants or like the CS people, like all that kind of stuff, right? But yeah, so we had this like first like initial sort of chunk of 500 contacts and 100 companies that we popped in there. So Jonathan, give me a bit on like how the new like random stuff is working. Like what tool did you use? Like how, like what's the code doing at like a very basic level? Like how are we getting more contacts in there after this like initial batch?
Yeah. So I have two different methods for generating the actual data. So method one is I have some, I wrote it all in JavaScript, but I have basically a list of, for example, for companies, I have a list of like 500 companies, and each time it's just randomly selecting a company. And then using that company, it's generating a domain name. And then that domain name will also be using the email. So for the company name, job title, and original source, and I have lists of all those, and it's randomly.
Oh, got it. So it's like randomly selecting it and then like compiling it and then shooting it in through HubSpot's contacts API or something.
Yep. And then for like first name and last name and location, street address, all that stuff. Yeah. There's something called faker.js that goes through and it completely randomly generates different oh,
that's sick.
Different first names. And so using all that to compile like email address and then inject it in. Yeah. And then also have it running just at random intervals in between like 1 and 4 hours.
I can see that. Yeah. So it's basically it runs it and then it chooses like a random interval on when to run it again. Yep. Between 1 and 4 hours. Okay, gotcha. So we're getting like a steady stream of like, I can see yesterday we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new contacts. Today we're sitting at like 4 right now, so it'll give us like a random amount, kind of in like a pretty steady range though. So yeah, I'm looking at here, Natalie Fahey. Where does Natalie work? ExxonMobil. All right, there we go. Nice. All right, sick. This is awesome. We got birthdays in there. We got everything. Okay, cool, sweet. So what's great, guys, is that all we need for this like Frankenstein, it's alive, pseudo AI powered. I'm not gonna call it AI yet, but like, you know, this portal that sort of runs itself, right? Is we have this steady drip of contacts coming in at the top, right? So for all those contacts were in there at the beginning, and then the contacts that are kind of like steady dripping in from the top, what we did is we built a bunch of workflows, right? This is where things get super fun. So we put these in a folder that we just called simulation workflows. And right now there's 8 of them, but there's probably definitely going to be more. The first 2 is basically just actually all of them are workflows that are scheduled workflows. So these are Operations Hub Pro workflows, right? Or you need Operations Hub Pro for it. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. But they're the scheduled workflows. And basically every day at 8 o'clock, this workflow is like running a chance for this contact to move through a certain life cycle stage, right? So if they're a lead, right, which all of them kind of start as, right, they get created and they go into this workflow at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? So it triggers. And then what we do is we're doing this format data action here, where we're simply just doing this random number between 1 and 6. Jonathan, did you have something you want to say?
No, I was just, well, yeah, nothing.
Okay, I thought I heard words. So basically what this step of the workflow is doing is it's just this random number function. You choose the range. So it's basically going to give us a number between 1 and 6 here, right? Or 1 and like whatever you put in there. We could probably, I don't know, Jonathan, how do you feel like we did on the like the number ranges? Are we like too aggressive or too conservative, or is it too like, I don't know. It feels like things are moving through there pretty quickly. It also feels like we're shedding deals to close lost, but I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we may be generating too many deals.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
As far as moving them from one stage to the next, I think we're about right on there.
Yeah. It's when I was looking at it, it's about like a 60% across the board, like successful conversion to the next stage. right? Which maybe that's good, maybe it's not, who knows. Jonathan, I want to see if can I get your camera on here? Do you have your camera on?
Here we go. Okay, let me turn it.
Oh, sick. Okay, hold on. Let me add. I want to add is it display capture or window capture? Window capture. Yes. Discord. Yes. Nice. All right. I think I got you on here now.
Sweet.
Let's go. Yeah. Here's a good place to put you. I'm going to put you up here. Okay, cool. All right, nice. So again, basically you can do whatever kind of like number ranges that you want here, right? We were ballparking it kind of as we were going through everything, right? So we probably could like go in and like mess around with them a little bit more, and we probably will as we kind of keep watching it. But anyway, so the whole point is that it's basically like rolling a dice there, right? And then what happens is you have some branching logic here, and it's doing branching on a value equaling something, right? So essentially here it's looking to say, hey, if the number from before, and this is something I learned, I thought when you did those random number generators or those format data generators that you had to stuff it into a property to then use it, but you actually don't have to do that. So this branch, it doesn't need to look at a specific property of the object going through the workflow. It can look back at earlier steps and actually just see what the value was. So in this case, it's looking at the number value from step 1 where it did the format the data, and it's checking to see what it is. So it could be anywhere between 1 and 6. What it's doing here is it's saying if it is 1, which is that 1 out of 6 chance, it then goes to yes, and it moves it to the next life cycle stage. If it's not, it does nothing, and the next day that workflow is essentially going to go back, or that object is going to go back into the workflow, right? So that's how this one works. The next one is the same thing, only it's doing it from MQL to SQL, right? And again, like, what's the point of this? Well, I mean, if you want to like build funnel reports or customer journey analytics, or be able to build reports where it's like, how many MQLs did we create this month? How many SQLs did we create this month? All that kind of stuff. This is good because then you have these contacts moving through these different life cycle stages, right? But again, just like we're here changing, just the life cycle stage property, you could use this method to like literally change anything else either, right? So anyway, kind of moving on from here, the next thing that we have is there is like a chance for a deal to get created, right? So that's this third workflow that we have here, and this one I'm pretty sure gets a little, oh no, this one's not as crazy. So what happens here is, again, we're doing a scheduled workflow. We are looking at every single morning at 8 o'clock at running this. We're running a random number. We're waiting. I don't even think we need that delay in there, because I don't think the workflow moves on until that number gets executed, right, Jonathan? I guess it's always nice to have a delay just in case.
We can probably add it. I've had issues in the past, like for example with associate, where if you do like a copy property value or something like that and then have associate after it, it'll fail every once in a while because it doesn't update fast enough.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's when in doubt, delay it out, right? So what we have here is we are running a chance to see whether or not a deal just even gets created in the first place, right? So this first one is basically what we're resolving here is we're saying, okay, roll a dice. Is a deal getting created? Yes or no? If a deal is getting created, and by the way, we're only running this, I think, if someone's set as an SQL. So like if they're not an SQL, they don't actually end up going through this workflow. But what we're doing then is we have these, I think, 6 different types of deals that could get created, right? So our fictitious company here that we're calling Paleta Industries, that's the name of our new fresh, clean demo portal. it's like a combination of like a software company, a consulting company, and I'm sure we'll have some sort of physical goods or something that we eventually kind of mix into this, right? But they have a program called Palletosoft is the name of their software, and of course they've got starter, pro, and enterprise versions of it, right? And then they also do these like quarterly consulting retainers, these premier consulting engagements, and these consulting projects, right? All different things, different price points, different deals, right? So essentially what happens is we're rolling the dice again once we get past that first gate of that if then branch and say, okay, a deal's getting opened up. Well, which kind of deal is getting opened up, right? So if you want to simulate different types of deals that have different dollar amounts, line items attached to them, things like that, this is a cool thing that you can do in this step here. You can randomize the type of deal that's getting opened, right? And then of course we move the life cycle stage to opportunity for the contact. I'm pretty sure that's a redundant step because I think contacts already automatically move to opportunity, but again, we're leaving no stone unturned here, and we're making sure everything is working the way we want it to. We're kind of guaranteeing that they move to that opportunity stage there, right? From that, we have this new deal setup workflow, right? And what this is doing is what are we even doing here? So when a deal is created and it's an appointment scheduled, we're doing the rotators. So we're essentially setting a deal type to new business because we have two pipelines, a new business pipeline and an existing business pipeline. We're probably going to automate some stuff that creates like repeat business stuff in this existing business pipeline, just so we have multiple pipelines to kind of play with when it comes to like reporting and stuff like that. But basically here we just have this kind of setup where it's setting it to new business and then it's actually rotating it between our two sales teams. This is why we created a whole bunch of like fake users essentially, right? So we can go ahead and assign these deals to specific users inside of HubSpot. You know what we got to do, Jonathan, is we have to do something where we automate like random ticket creation getting created for people who are marked as customers, because then what we could do is we could build some stuff with Timer Man, right? That is like automatically like applying like SLAs and stuff. I think they'll always miss their time to first reply because I don't think we can automate like a reply on there or something. But like they'll at least like meet like time to close. Can you actually do that with Timer Man? Can you like only set a time to close or time to first reply? Like, no, and not you have to have a time to first reply, right?
Yeah, okay. But you can just extend the time to first reply out to the same as time to close.
That's
if you
true.
Don't really care about counting it.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll probably do something like that. That'll be sick. Anyway, so we've got these deals getting set up, which is great. And now comes the crazy one. So the biggest beast in this entire workflow is chances for deals to move onto the next stage. And this is, I don't know if you can see my screen, Jonathan, right? This one is this is chaotic, but it's essentially all doing a lot of the same stuff, right? So what this is doing is it's again a scheduled workflow that's running, right? And what happens is it catches the deal at the top. Let me zoom. I gotta zoom this way in. So it catches the deal at the top, and it's basically checking to make sure the deal is not closed won or closed lost, right? And then depending on the pipeline or the deal stage that it's currently in, it's pushing it to one of these different branches, right? So if we kind of just start over on the left here, you've got appointments scheduled. It's going to generate a random number. Right now, we pretty much have all of these set from 1 to 5. So there's a 2 in 5 chance. So if I save here, we come down here. If it's a 1 or a 2, it's going to move it on to the next stage. If it's a 3 or a 4, nothing's going to happen. If it's a 5, it's going to lose it, right? So essentially each one of the deal stages has like a 2 in 5 chance of moving, a 2 in 5 chance of doing nothing, and a 1 in 5 chance of losing, right? we might be being a bit brutal on the close losing here, because we are close losing a shit ton of deals in this simulation, and we'll show you the pipeline after this. But you know, again, what's cool about this is like I could come in here and I could like adjust the random number range, right, for any of these, and it would work. So like if I wanted to give like more of a chance for it to like just do nothing, right, I could up this from like 1 to 5 to like 1 to 10 or something like that, and maybe slow down the movement of deals going through the pipeline, right? You know, I could make more numbers or less numbers go to a branch that either progresses it or close loses it, right? I might just want to add more just so I can move them a little bit slower, but you know, it's all good. We got new deals getting created all the time. So there's this one, and again, it does the same exact thing for each one of the stages, right? It has a similar chance of moving things on, and eventually what we did is when we watched this, we saw deals eventually hit close one, which is great. Cool. So from here, we kind of go into like some other stuff, right? So a fun little custom object that I built in this portal is one that I'm calling service contracts. So the whole idea behind this is essentially the idea of a service contract could be like a support contract that you have, or a contract for onboarding, or a contract for delivering a consulting engagement. So we made a couple of different pipelines here, right? We've got support contracts, consulting contracts, and onboarding contracts. And we're kind of doing the same thing here, where like the onboarding contracts are moving through like a couple of different pipelines here of like, you know, the kickoff call getting booked, the kickoff call being scheduled, the onboarding actually being in progress, the onboarding getting complete, and then the onboarding getting canceled, right? For support contracts, they're either active, expired, or canceled. And then for consulting contracts, they're either open or delivered, right? And again, we have workflows that are like moving these things between these stages too as well. Jonathan, this is something that I wanted to do with Timerman that I kind of mentioned at the beginning, right? So what's happening here is whenever one of those PaletaSoft deals gets opened, right, there is a line item for a support package that it comes with, and it's either a standard support package or a priority support package. So if we go and take a look at some of these deals, we can look at this pro deal for Cardinal Health, right? If we go look at the line items, they've got a standard support package that they're putting on here, right? Something that I have set up is that if one of these PaletaSoft deals closes, right, for a standard or a pro support package or a priority support package, what'll happen is it will create one of those service contracts, right? So if I pop into folders here, simulation, let's see, when a company has a closed one deal, and then create service contract if needed, right? This one, this thing, you're gonna laugh at this. It's like a crazy like waterfall, right? But basically is checking to see if the deal has any of those like support line items on it, right? And from there, it will create these services contracts, right? So if someone closes a deal and the deal has priority support, it'll create a priority support contract that expires, X amount of time from, that date, right? Now, what I want to do with this is make it so that when we set up Timerman for this demo portal, what it'll do is the workflow will check the company when a ticket gets created, and it'll look to see if it has a non-expired service contract. And if it's pro, it's going to assign, priority, it'll assign one SLA. If it's standard, it'll assign a more basic SLA to it, right? So you can demo maybe how you string up a lot of that stuff in the back end. I don't know if that sounds like a good idea, but it might be a cool way to kind of like show off how that works. Are you frozen? Jonathan is frozen. frozen. All right, rip to the goat. Jonathan's frozen. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pop this off. Display capture. Nope, not that. Window capture. Or that. Okay. So Jonathan's gone. I don't know what happened to Jonathan. Maybe he lost power or something, or he had to hop to a meeting. Who knows? Cool. So, bunch of different things you can do here to simulate a HubSpot portal. It's super neat. Wanted to share that with you guys, just as like another little tidbit for hopping on and joining with me today. Cool. So, anything else I need to show in this piece? Yeah, kind of. So another big reason that I added all those fake users in there, right, is we are, why is this showing pixel? Oh, okay, there we go. Is we have a whole bunch of like fake users in the portal. So if I pop in over to here and we go take a look at users and teams, right, these are all the different users that I kind of like randomly generated and created and kind of popped in here, right? And they're on a bunch of different teams, right? So we've got our consulting teams. Those are people that get assigned to those consulting contracts. There's customer onboarding teams. They get assigned the onboarding contracts. The general support team, when tickets are created, they're going to go to this team. Priority support team, when tickets are created and you have a priority support contract, those folks are going to get those. And then finally, you got our sales team here. So like these, I think sales is broken down between East and West, right? So you've got two different sales teams in here, right? So we can get a little bit more specific on that route. And then let's pop back in here. Let's go look at our workflows. Yeah. So last but not least here, what we've got is we're assigning these services to different agents, right? So basically when this service contract records get created, right, it's looking to see which ones that they are. And then it's coming down here and it's round robining between those different team members. Let's take a look. Ah, Jonathan's internet crashed. Oh no. All good. A wrap up here. Let's see. Weird. Cool. But yeah, anyway, that's it, guys. I hope that was helpful. Not a lot of questions today. That's totally cool. But you know, I'm going to try to do these a little bit more regularly, probably build some LinkedIn events for them just so we can drive up a little bit more hype around it. But yeah, guys, if that was helpful, don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn. Drop a subscribe on that YouTube channel. Don't forget to go pick up some hats. Inbound's right around the corner. You know, you want to rock a RevOps God, a RevOps legend, Close One City hat, right? Walking through the airport. You'll look great, guys. Oh, and his Discord crashed. Super fun. Jonathan's having a great time, people. Anyway, we're going to wrap the stream up there. Thank you so much for your time. If you stuck around for this hour and 45-minute happily hour, we'll be back next week with some more stuff. Hopefully we'll have some cool news to share with you about things that are happening here at Happily. Hopefully we'll have some new content to go through as well. I'm sure the product updates for August are probably right around the corner, and things will start heating up for inbound too as well. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you soon.